Now, many of you will know that as of the end of April, Nio has sold almost 40,000 ONVO vehicles since inception, since end of September last year to end of April. Though Nio never saw this, although ONVO was not planning to be at this figure, I think this is a pretty good solid figure that it's not that bad, man. The only thing that, of course, it's making this figure to look like it's bad is because ONVO created a roadmap and told or and planned and said that they want to get to 20,000 deliveries, or they want to see ONVO delivering at least 20,000 deliveries by March. And them not seeing that, it's one thing that, of course, yeah, it's making some of the new investors to not like the deliveries. I mean, ONVO in April sold over 4,000 cars, which that, my friends, something that is good. Which it cannot be taken very likely at all. ONVO is not doing that bad. It's just that ONVO is not delivering based off what they said they would, which hopefully things get better with time. There is new management. The old president of ONVO stepped down. There's a new president, Shen Fei, who's taking or handling the business, and things apparently have been improving, which is something that is, of course, great. Now, the reason why I'm telling you about this is that apparently during Labor Day, as seen on screen, ONVO saw their users completing around 62,000 or over 62,000 battery swaps for the 5-day period during the Labor Day, right? Which is something that is great because apparently on average it was averaging around 11,000 times a day, which this 11,000, you will remember that since ONVO has sold just over 39,000, this simply means that 25-30% of uh, Nios of ONVO's users were swapping their batteries like crazy, which is something that is great, and it shows you that this number could easily double, triple next year around the same time. The more ONVO sells their cars, is the more this figure will go up. I mean, the rechargeable, replaceable, upgradable Waylice energy replacement network provided a happy escort for the whole family to travel. This is something that is just so good. This was posted by ONVO, by the way, themselves, thanking Nio for this kind of infrastructure, which make it easier for their users, or which made it easier for their users to swap, upgrade during the Labor Day holiday, which was a 5-day holiday in China, which is something that, like I said, this is what makes Nio to be different. And the more Nio deploys battery swapping stations like this, the more it will also attract more users of ONVO to coming and subscribe to Nio's battery as a service, which is something that is great. One of the mistakes that were happening onto ONVO that the new president picked up, Sheng Fei, is that the previous not so experienced sales reps for ONVO, they were selling ONVO with battery swapping station. So their selling point was more of ONVO being able to complete a battery swapping, more of ONVO completing a battery swapping rather than maybe using the massive features or the standout features from the Onvo L60 as the first selling key point. Then the battery swapping station capability or integration comes as the cherry on top. This is what the new president said, but he said there's a lot that they can say about Onvo L60. I mean, one standing feature or outstanding feature of the Onvo L60 is the freezer that you get at the back, man. I mean, the fact that you don't need a cooler box or you don't need a cooler when you're traveling because your car has got a freezer at the back. This is something that is just so good, and it makes sense why this is a family oriented brand, because as you are traveling with your family, there's no need, if it's hot or if it's sunny, all your drinks are in your freezer. When you stop, you can just take out your drinks, put more drinks, and it's just so good, man. I mean, when they advertise that feature, they also show you things like your ice cream. You can put your ice cream dry for 6 hours and you still find your ice cream so nice and fresh as if it was in the freezer which this, my friends, it's one of the feature that stands out from the, or when you look at the Onvo L60. I like this, man, and honestly, those that can afford Nio, they have an option to go and buy the Onvo L60, which this is good, man. This is great. This is amazing, and like I said, I have no doubt in my mind that Onvo will do so well. Tell me what you think about this, man. Think this is good news. 11,000 on average is what Onvo saw during the Labor Day holiday, and this is just the beginning, man. The more Onvo sells their cars, is the more battery swapping we'll be getting to see from Onvo users, which this will uplift, upgrade the kind of battery swap, or the total number of battery swaps that Nio gets to complete daily. This is good news. This is great. And like I said, no, and another thing that I'm liking when I think about it now is that if Nio is to double sales this year, can you imagine the total number of battery swaps that we'll be getting to see from Onvo alone? It could double, it could triple this number, and on Nio it's lights out. That could mean that we see Nio getting over, or completing over 200,000 battery swaps per day, which that will be lights out. You will know that a break even onto battery swapping stations for Nio, it's around 60 per day, right? And based off that all-time daily swapping of 134,000, that put Nio onto an average of around 40 battery swaps per 3,000 per battery swapping station that Nio has in China, which that simply means that Nio is only left with 20. It's like what would make Nio to get from that 40 to 60 is just to increase or see our swapping increasing by 30%. If the swapping rate can increase by 30% from that 134, it simply means that obviously Nio has reached a break even onto their battery swapping stations. And obviously I know this won't be the case, because the more Nio deploys their battery swapping stations, the more they will be getting, of course, the average also becoming a bit harder to achieve. But the good thing is that the rate at which Nio is deploying battery swapping station, it's so slow compared to the kind of rate that we are seeing Nio actually generating in terms of sales, in terms of the actual cars they are selling. And if Nio could double sale this year, tell you, 5,000 Nio to average 60 onto that 5,000, it won't be that much, because let's make a quick count, right? I mean, if we're saying 5,000 multiplied by 60, Nio just need 300,000 battery swaps to get to the average of 60 battery swaps per day to break even. Which is it going to be that difficult? I don't think so. I think we can hit this point, or we can see Nio getting to this sometimes next year, which is great, which is amazing, and we look forward to that. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. It takes me some time to make these videos, and all I ask from you is to give it a thumbs up, so that at least it gets to be pushed out there. Everyone can see what Nio is about, what Nio has been busy with, what Nio sub-brand Onvo it's also doing. This is a great achievement, and I have no doubt in my mind that we are going to see even great things coming out of Onvo. I'll see you on the next one, and God bless you all.